A 6-year-old girl gets on a school bus and never comes home. The one person assigned to make sure she was safe sat just feet away, scrolling through her phone, earbuds blocking out the world, completely unaware as the little girl silently choked. This is a story of Faja Williams, a tragedy that never should have happened in a mother's powerful fight for justice in its wake. Faja Williams was a vibrant little girl with big brown eyes, famous for her happy screams. She was nonverbal and lived with Emmanuel syndrome, a rare chromosome disorder that meant she used a wheelchair. But those challenges didn't stop her. She was even learning to give high fives. On July 17th of 2023, Faja was on her way to an extended summer program in Franklin Township, New Jersey. It was a day that started like any other. During the bus ride, a few bumps in the road caused Faja to slump in her wheelchair. The 4-point safety harness designed to protect her tragically became tight around her neck, slowly cutting off her air. Surveillance video from the bus captured the entire horrifying event. It showed 27-year-old bus monitor Amanda DeVilla sitting in the front, completely absorbed in her phone. For nearly the whole ride, she was scrolling, texting, and wearing earbuds, never once looking back to check on the child she was responsible for. It wasn't until the bus arrived at the school that Faja was found unresponsive. Despite CPR efforts, she was pronounced dead at a local hospital. The cause was asphyxiation due to the harm. DeVilla was arrested and charged with manslaughter and child endangerment.
She wanted to stay strong, but emotion overtook Namja Nash Williams when she learned how her little girl lost her life in the back of a school bus. 6-year-old Faja strapped in her wheelchair, the harness growing tighter across her little body as the aide, who should have been watching her, sat up front, completely unaware that Faja was suffocating.
They need to be properly trained and equipped. Obviously, she wasn't. If she's sitting on the bus with disabled kids and she's on a cell phone on the head with headphones on the head, listening to doing whatever she was doing while my daughter back there fighting.
The bus is owned by Montauk Transit here in Somerset. Prosecutors say the aide, 27-year-old Amanda Davila of New Brunswick, had on ear pods and was on her cell phone for at least part of the 15-minute ride to the Claremont School in Somerset, where little Faja went 4 days a week to an extended summer program. She'd only started here July 5th with a new driver and a new aide, and by the time the bus arrived, she was unresponsive.
She didn't have oxygen. Her brain phone was 40 minutes. Do you understand the image that we got in our head of our daughter the last time we seen her? What we had to go through?
Faja was born with a rare chromosome disorder called Emmanuel syndrome. Unable to speak or walk, she was the joy of her family's life.
And she was the sweetest kid you'll ever meet. She had the sweetest little laugh, her little dimples. And she just endured so much throughout her little 6 years of being on this earth. She had multiple surgeries. She didn't deserve this. She did not deserve this. To be taken away from us in such a way that had nothing to do with her condition.
The bus was a small handicap-equipped vehicle like this one, and Faja's mother says she watched as she went into the back.
She's non-verbal, so she doesn't make words. She makes sounds. She coos. You know, she has the happy screams. She makes sounds. She has a voice.
If you hear anything, you will look. So these people are not even looking, not hearing, not paying attention, not turning around. This is what's bothering me.
This will never, ever happen again if I have any say-so.
Ironically, she works for a company that provides non-emergency medical transportation for people. Her job to make sure things like this don't happen.
I do these things to make sure that this doesn't happen. And it happens to my baby.
In my opinion, I would say it was absolutely her fault. She should have been back there watching the little girl to make sure she stayed safe during the ride to school. But instead, she chose to put her headphones in and stare at her phone and not care about the kids on the bus. During the trial, prosecutors condemned Davilla's horrific inaction. While her defense tried to shift blame, citing inadequate training and even suggesting Faja's family hadn't harnessed her correctly. That morning, Davila took the stand and said she felt remorse and was suffering from PTSD. The jury found her guilty of child endangerment but acquitted her of the more severe manslaughter charge. On March 7, 2025, Amanda Davila was sentenced to 3 years in prison. For Faja's mother, the verdict and sentence were not enough. The fight was far from over. Faced with an unthinkable loss, Faja's mother has channeled her grief into a powerful movement for Faja's Law. She's gathering support to push for stricter school bus safety rules in New Jersey. The proposed law would require mandatory CPR training for bus aides, proven skill in handling wheelchair equipment, and rules ensuring monitors can always see the children they are assigned to watch. It's about to make sure no other family has to endure such a preventable nightmare. Faja's happy screams may be gone, but her mother's voice is now leading a charge for change, honoring her daughter's memory by protecting society's most vulnerable kids.